beginning. And my story began in Des Moines, Iowa. Wow, I'm a little nervous. This is a little bit. All stories have a beginning. My story began 45 years ago in Des Moines, Iowa. Des Moines is a place where the corn grows tall, the people grow fat, and the winters are unbearably cold. Usually, when I mention where I'm from, I usually get one of two reactions. People usually say, Idaho, do you guys grow potatoes there? Or they say, Des Moines, Iowa, do black people live there? I usually respond one of two ways. I either say no to the first or yes to the second. So indeed it is true. I do hail from north of the Mason-Dixon line. I am indeed a Yankee. Although I don't consider myself a carpetbagger. Now, before I get too far along in my speech, I need to give you a caveat emptor, a buyer beware. I absolutely hate public speaking. I was peculiarly shy as a young child. In fact, I was an awkward teenager. I would rather die than give my opinion. In fact, I wasn't the life of the party, I was the death of the party. I wasn't the guy with the lampshade on his head. I was the guy with a security blanket over his head, hiding in the corner. That was me. So I come to Toastmasters to try to rid myself of all this baggage. So I ask you to bear with me. Now, Des Moines is a lot like Houston. We have streets, we have buildings, we have cars, just like Houston. As a matter of fact, we have sports in Houston too, and Des Moines too, just like Houston. We have, in fact, some of you might know that Iowa and Iowa State are the top two wrestling schools in the nation. I remember sports. I remember wrestling as a kid. One thing I will say is I was perhaps the worst high school athlete or junior high school athlete ever. I remember trying boxing, but I didn't like to get hit. I remember going out to track, but I was too slow. I did wrestle for 2 years, but I didn't win one match. I remember playing football. I actually made the football team, but I was terrible. I was so bad. How bad was I? Would you like to know? I was so bad at football till when I came on the field, the other team cheered. I actually had a cheering squad. They actually had a cheering squad for me. Well, alas, it is true I wasn't that good at sports, but I was really, really good at drawing. I was a very good illustrator, and I ended up going to Des Moines Area Community College, where I earned an associate's degree in commercial art. And then I later went to Drake University, and I began a degree in painting and drawing, majored in painting and drawing, but I never finished. So now I'm working overtime to finish that, but this time I've added architecture to the mix, so I'm an architect student. Since we're talking about education, I need to let you know, in Des Moines, we had schools just like they have schools here. We had elementary schools and middle schools and high schools. The difference between Houston and Des Moines is the teachers were really tough. They were really, really tough. How tough were they?
How tough were they?
Well, they were so tough, so they literally made us sit on pins and needles. In fact, I happen to have a few pictures from my high school yearbook. This first picture is from student pep rally. This next picture is my junior high school principal. This next picture is my high school principal. what happens when you're shy. So, but I tried to warn her that I was shy. But she wouldn't listen. See, that was me. I tried to warn her that I was shy. But she wouldn't listen, and things got a little out of control. Well, we tried to make the best of it, and we moved along. We went on to the prom, but when we got there, things looked a little strange. We started to dance, and we made the best of it. It so happened that somebody happened to have a video camera there. They took a video of the name, they put it on MTV, and it sold millions. So the moral of the story is, your worst nightmare is an opportunity for success. After high school, I went on to do a lot of other things, and I actually ended up going to Desert Storm, and I did a lot of interesting things. I got married, which was like a war. But I'm glad to be here at Toastmasters, and I hope to grow as I'm here. Thank you.